get into it. I like the way it looks. It's just loud and obnoxious. Hello?
Zanrai showed up.
Hello?
Hello.
All right. Hey guys, let's pretend like you guys weren't here the entire time, and I'm going to introduce this entire show and try to explain to you guys in as little bit as possible what this is all about. So this show is going to be called Archeage United. Me and other awesome community or awesome streamers, I should say, that are Archeage streamers. We're coming together and we're talking about the one game that we love, Archeage. And hopefully from this we can breed an amazing community where we come together collaboratively, where we can talk about game updates, community highlights, and so on and so forth. So let me introduce everybody that is actually here. We have Zanrise is right here next to me. That's Zanrise. Then you have Kale. How do you say your name? I can never say your name correctly. Kilwin.
That was me.
Kelwin
Kano.
Kelwin.
And then you have Moon Fox.
Hi.
And yeah, so and we all have our own respective communities. Very, very successful content creators coming together and talking about Archeage. Yeah, that's basically what this is. So enjoy as we run our mouths for probably an hour. This first show is going to be very informal as we try to feel out how to run this kind of smoothly. So we're going to have bumps in the road. Please give us feedback afterwards and let us know what you would love to see in the next show. But yeah, you know what I didn't do? I didn't pull up the freaking I didn't pull up our Asana. Yikes. So I don't even know like what the highlights are.
I'm right there
Well,
with you.
The merge and transfers is something we can talk about, I suppose.
Oh, jeez.
But yeah.
Do we want to
definitely.
do that off the bat?
That's probably going to be like 45 minutes, and then we'll have like 10 minutes to talk about everything else. Go for it.
We're making this through the whole
Definitely
podcast.
gonna be.
Go for it, my friend.
All right, so the
Do
merge
we
is
want to
coming.
start with you? Because you're EU. Like, how's it actually looking over on your end? Because I don't know the populations or anything. Like, what's the mess looking like there?
Well, most people went over to Alexander before the merge news, so that's the big PvP server. It's I don't know how it's gonna be because I've heard a lot of people are like, hey, I wanna, after the news of the merge, they're like, hey, I'm done with the game at this point because they have like their land invested, and then you get people that don't want to be on the big PvP server that are getting dragged in. Population wise, I think we'll be okay. I think the two, because it's gonna be down to 2 servers. I'm not sure how it's gonna be after that because then the chance of a fresh start, which we'll get into eventually, but yeah, so merges are going to be starting the 4th, right? We're getting the maintenance, and it's down for a day. I don't know what I'm going to do on Thursday. It's going to just gonna be sitting around.
Valheim for me. Lots of
Fair
Valheim.
enough.
Pull up RuneScape for a day, yeah?
A little bit of an old school
Arcade.
RuneScape.
Baby Arcade.
Yeah, I don't know how it's going to be. I know a lot of people are upset, and I don't like personally how they handled it with the transfers and the merges, which it's one of those things where it seems really, it's either short-sighted that they brought out the transfers right before announcing the merges, or it's something else. So
But it makes
Yeah,
it
I'm-
feel very bad, to be honest with you, because like they're like, hey, we're gonna give you everybody the ability to go ahead and move around. Now we're going to force
Yeah.
you all to go ahead and sit together.
Yeah, it felt like they
Yeah.
did it rather quick.
Yeah, they needed more time between the two, and that's just my opinion.
No, I
They
completely agree.
definitely did.
Give a little extra time to see how the servers was going to stable out with the population, then figure it out from there. Would have been a better move, but here we are.
I think it did stabilize, right? Like everybody moved to a PvP server that was going to move to the PvP server. That was hectic in and of itself, right? Because you had people still stuck on Stena that tried to move over to the PvP
there
server.
was still
Yeah, we had
there
the
was
transfer
still even
fails.
a lot that was stuck in limbo, where they still wasn't able to get to their destination quite yet.
There was quite a
Yeah.
few people that got stuck that I knew. I was actually like, when I was getting ready to transfer over to another server, I was terrified that I was going to get stuck.
Yeah, it's really worrying because on Halnak at least, the pirates were screwed. There's like 3 pirates that they all tried to transfer but failed, and they're all just stuck there on their own, and they've been stuck there, being able to do on pretty much for the past month or so. And I don't know. I mean, hopefully with the merge, all the populations is gonna balance out a bit. The faction balance might be better. We'll see what it does for the game. I do think a lot of people are gonna quit because people always quit when there's a merge. That's when I quit Legacy personally, because I was invested in my land. I feel like that's the last thing people are invested in when it comes to Archeage. You know, maybe the friends leave, maybe the guild quits, and then they've still got that land that they come on every day to tend to, and once that's all gone, it's like,
But what's the
all my
point of
progression.
calling me in anymore, you know? Because, like, you know, everything that I actually worked for to go ahead and actually progress is gone. Yeah, I'm actually personally really concerned about the land issue. Because I'm not sure how you guys are, but, like, I'm sitting on 4 beanstalks and a whole bunch of other stuff,
Oh,
and I'm
wow.
just like, well, you know, this is gonna really just, it's gonna suck.
Yeah. And then on top of that, you're going to have people fighting in the PvP zones for land, which is not going to be fun. So anyone who
It's
doesn't
gonna be a
have
bloodbath.
yeah, it's going to be definitely a bloodbath. It's going to be very salty, lots of salt thrown everywhere. And then you're going to have people that are running macros and all the good stuff, right? Like everything that happens with
All
the
the fun
1001 merges that we've been in. It does come off as feeling a little bit scummy when you have like transfers opening up. Hey, pay to go to a server, and then those people that end up going to the servers that end up being merged back into Stena. It just feels really scummy. I mean, I don't think that's the intention of Gamigo. Personally, I think they were opening up transfers to see where people go, so they had an idea of what servers needed to be merged at the end of the day, and which ones that they need to like leave alone, or like what's to merge what with what. The only thing that concerns me though is that what are they going off of? Like, what's the data that they're going off of? Are they counting people's alts? Because I'm looking at all the other servers that are being merged with our server, and they're very west heavy. So,
But not only are they west heavy, but you guys get a very lower population set of servers. Like, I don't know if you went in and looked at it, but like the 4 servers that are being merged specifically on NA with Tyrannos, Bruner, Denny, and Win, that's 2 of the largest population servers getting crammed together, and then the other 2 are kind of like medium level. Whereas Stena, everybody left, like a lot of people left. A lot of people left Jurgen. A lot of people left. What was the other one? I can't remember the last one's name for the life of me. I always forget it.
Well, a lot of people left Kalen too.
Oh
Yep.
shit!
Oh,
Someone else here?
Peekaboo!
Meryl popped in.
Oh, hey, click on the link in the Archeage United chat and come join us. She scared the hell out of me.
Scared me too, cause like I didn't even hear you join. Then again, I am running my stream thing in the background. You know how that is.
I'm in. I'm not gonna have my camera showing.
Yeah, that's fair enough. How's the transfer and merge issue with you then, Meryl? How's it been?
Well,
from
I
your
bought the
experience?
house that I wanted to get. I've got everything packed in my warehouse and in my bags. I got chests to carry everything. I now own like 3 or 4 different plushies.
Did you take pictures of everything?
Yeah, everything's
Yeah.
kind of packed up.
I went around and took full screen pictures. Make sure they're full screen pictures. So if anything goes wrong, you guys can submit a ticket and get your stuff back. But they require the whole screen and everything.
That is something that I was definitely going to mention as well. Make sure you do take screenshots of everything and hover. Like if you're like me and you have accounts or an account, one of my alt accounts is literally nothing but chip designs. Hover every single design, because one of them gets lost. They don't know. They all look the same.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So F9 is your best friend right now.
Yeah. You could also like look at your buildings, and then have your alts names and show them in screenshots as well. Just try and get everything you can in there. If they have said that everything in chests will be moved over, but you should take the screenshots because we can never be too sure what's going to happen with that. I'm not 100% trusting it.
I don't trust the mergers. I cleared everything out. I have all my storages in storage chests in my bags.
Yeah, rather be safe than sorry.
Like I want to give them the benefit of the doubt because they have been trying, but at the same time, with how many things that have actually went whoops, we made a mistake. I'm gonna take that extra step,
Yeah, for sure.
I'd recommend everyone does it because again, we don't know what's gonna happen with it. We'll see. Yeah, I've mostly got most of my stuff moved out, so I'm okay. I'll be fine, hopefully.
But it's right now what I'm doing is after mergers, I'm really gonna see if they're gonna open up transfers again, because it just feels really. I know that they probably have the best of intent, but yeah, what happened?
They are. They said they're gonna close them, maybe.
Okay.
After the mergers for a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't expect them to do it immediately afterwards. You have to let the dust settle first, right?
Honestly, I would say that that's probably a really bad idea because, what if there's so you got I don't know what it is over in EU, but we got 4 servers and then 3 servers that are being merged together. What if you don't want to be on that major PvP server? What if you want to have that more casual play? My co-streamer.
What they should do. Yeah, what they should do is they should offer a free transfer, I think, like has been done in past mergers. Like back when I played when it was Trino.
Definitely.
There was a free merge option, so it was a free transfer. So if you didn't want to merge with one server, you could transfer to the other, and that'd be really good for the people that were like, "Hey, I transferred away from Alexander, the big PvP server. I wanted to be on the chill server, and now I'm getting merged back." So it'd be really good to give those people the option. It would also make some people happier about the way the transfers were handled, which they did also get compensation for that, which I don't know how many of you saw, but it was a lot.
Given an enormous amount for compensation. It made me jealous almost.
Right.
Almost wish I failed a transfer to get those 800 diligence coins and the 52 build management titles. I was like, ooh. So I imagine they're slightly happier about it now.
Yeah.
But I'd probably still be a bit upset if I had transfer fails and was stuck for a month as a pirate.
Yeah, it's something, right? And we have no choice but to just sit around and wait for the dust to settle and figure out what we're gonna do and how we're gonna pivot afterwards. There's really not much anyone can do because it is what it is at this point. I don't even think you can really speculate where we're gonna go after this as far as the entire community, the health of the community after it being merged down to 2 servers. It's only time will tell, right?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of a shock to the system, to be honest with you.
Oh, I saw this coming a long time because all the other almost every server was free farming, and that couldn't happen. So they had to do something. They had to balance the servers. They have to merge to stop the free farming and keep it balanced on either side.
Yeah, I think merges were inevitable. So,
I know according to what's said in chat on my server, when the 3 servers combine, we're going to be west heavy.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're merging with me, What server are you on?
Kaylin, so I'm merging with you.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be west heavy. I'm already in.
But that's why, like, my server, we powerhoused it through for East, so West could have exiles open for everybody.
So you guys actually forced your exiles open just so that you guys could actually be prepared for that.
Yeah, we went
eventuality.
into a three-way agreement between Pirates West and East. So we kind of went East heavy, so this way West could have exiles open along with Pirates.
Oh, okay, and they're all coming east.
A good chunk of them are coming East, and the rest are going Pirates. Like we got, shoot, I can't remember the group name, but it's like it has something to do with bears in the name, and they're real pirate heavy. They like to just go after you if you're doing Abyssal all the time and just kill you.
Mm-hmm.
But the rest of them are transferring from West to Pirates.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Like, East is free farming in our server right now, but it's cool that you've got, like, an agreement there for that stuff. I don't think anything's happened like that on EU, as far as I'm aware, but I might not be as tapped in to the community, so...
Yeah.
Well, I know
Wow.
servers are going down, what, the 4th, and then we're doing a soft opening on the 5th?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Correct.
And the land grab's a week later, so a whole week without land, while we all just, I don't know, roam about as lost souls.
I'll guarantee you we're going to run about as lost souls and find our spot to place our house.
Did they announce when they're gonna do the first castle rushes, or is that gonna probably because
It's
the
going to
rate
happen in April.
in
It's
April?
gonna happen in April.
Okay. Because that's what
Actually
everyone's
have that
gonna
posted
prepare
up in the
for.
forums.
I think that's like what, a month away, right? A full month.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going March
Yeah,
now
we have
for,
to.
and then
Hey,
the
Cosmo.
first sieges are happening in April.
So it's going to be just a
wait
rough month.
While.
Yeah.
So
I'm under the impression that mostly that's because we just need heroes in general.
Well, at the end of the month, we're supposed to be doing the hero elections on the servers.
oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
So what is
and
it gonna take? Like everybody's leadership from all of the servers and like cram them together, and we elect off of that.
Yeah, it's some weird. I found it in the forums one day.
It just
That-
sounds so messy.
It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be popularity contest. I just hope that on our server we get PvPers that are actually going to go after castle sieges and stuff like that get the cloaks, because it's really important to get people that are actually going to lead the raids, the hero cloaks, because the hero cloaks they're good. They should go to like top geared tanky, someone that won't die in 2 seconds type of thing. But besides that,
Well, now don't forget to collect prizes weekly from the Glyph store.
wait, weekly from what?
The Glyph stores are giving out weeklies even during the mergers happening.
Oh, glyph.
I got really confused then for a moment. I'm not gonna lie.
I was like, what did you say? I'm like, where's the glide store? Please let me know. Yeah, glyph store. Yes. The weeklies, they've been giving out some really good stuff. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, that's actually
Yeah.
really, really yummy.
I mean, a lot of these events I'm loving so much. Like the synthesis event. Oh God, what just happened? Everything just died. Oh, okay, we're good. The synthesis event that they popped up with is amazing. Whoever missed the winter maiden event, I feel sorry for you. That was incredible. It's just been a lot of gear normalization though, is what it seems like. Back end gear normalization for everybody to get their gear up and ready to go to PvP. So much appreciated. Luna, how are you doing, Luna? She's like, you're going to give me loves and you don't have a choice in the matter. Jeez.
You like that? What I sent you in that, right?
What happened?
I was asking if you liked that little image I sent you about your cat.
Oh yeah, it's hilarious. She's like the queen of the show. She doesn't give me a choice in the matter, unfortunately. And if I close my door, she will go off on me. She's not happy when I close my door. Hey, Luna. Anyway.
Sorry.
Yeah, there's a lot of weekly stuff that they're giving away. Like they've got the weekly gifts that they're giving away right now, and I think there's been like a leaked list of what's coming or something like that. So we got quite a lot that we're getting given during this, and then we have the Sims event so everyone can catch up. I think when the Sims event was announced, I kind of knew the merge was coming and stuff. It was like, okay, I see what you're doing. So I think the one issue is how they bring in new players at this point. That's also something that I'm concerned about, because we're going to get to the point where we're getting everyone geared up. We're going to be all merging onto these big servers, and you're going to have these people that are all like 18, 19, 17k, all PvPing, and then I feel like it's going to be rough for newer players that have just come in, especially after missing these two last events, like the Winter Maiden Festival.
I can count on my hand. I will know.
Players, yeah.
I've seen over 50 individual people that are like, "Hey, I'm coming from WoW. This game looks freaking incredible. Can you tell me about it?" Hey, I'm a returning player. I haven't played since like the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna make a new character on Unchained. Could you tell me more about the game? And I'm just sitting there like, dude, you're like a week out from merger. This is going to be rough for you. I've been taking in a lot of the new players into my guild, because I'm just sitting in Discord all day, literally just talking about, hey, this is what you need to do. This is how you gear up. This is what you can do low level to get money and stuff like that. And there isn't really a good guide out there, to be perfectly honest, that lets like newer players understand what they need to do to gear and how grindy this game can be. But how rewarding it is when you get up the levels, right? I just hit 13k today, and I'm having like a ton of fun, but the people that are just coming in, they're going to have a hard time, especially with the markets being completely destroyed once you have the mergers. They're going to sell high as they possibly can until it settles down to an agreeable price. So you're talking about months of, or at least 1 or 2 months of the AH just being in turmoil while people are still trying to gear up at the very beginning. It's going to be rough.
Yeah, I've found it hard to recommend people jumping in right now. I've been like, listen, just wait for the merges, and maybe there'll be a fresh start server on the way, along with the gunner class that we all have heard about. I've not really looked too deeply into that, but it seems like it'd be a good idea to introduce that alongside fresh starts. I don't know how you all feel about a fresh start coming in after this as well.
It's gonna make so many people mad, dude. It's not gonna make anyone happy. Even if it's like the thing we need
together, so everyone moves servers.
I don't think
I think it's gonna happen though, isn't it? At this point, it's probably gonna be a fresh start, and they'll probably introduce that class without us and along those lines.
I mean, if they do, it's gonna be status quo. It's gonna be exactly what we've been getting from Tryon from the very beginning. And I'm gonna say this right now. It's gonna make people quit. It's probably gonna make some people quit, because you're gonna have people going, I'm just gonna start a new character and stuff like that. And then you have people like me. I'm like 3 months into this server. I'm not gonna leave.
You don't want to move.
Yeah. I'm just now getting to 13k. I'm just now having fun. I'm not leaving anywhere. Like,
I'm setting on almost 17k.
On a bright side, they're making the character limit now 3, so you can have 3 character limits.
Yeah, that's true. They have done that because of the fresh start being limited to 1. They're bringing this over and just compensating for that and putting them all together. So that'll be nice. I mean, you'll have another arch pass that you can do on an alt, make a little extra gold, or do whatever you want with that. It's gonna be interesting though.
I think general elections too.
That's the general feeling.
That's Land Rush begins on the 13th, but hero elections begin April 4th. Castle's claim period is April 11th. So we're gonna have like a whole month of well, I guess like a shit show in a way.
Yeah, there's gonna be like a drought in content for a little while, unless something's released, I suppose. But we'll see what happens with it. I still think they need more ways to introduce newer players into the game and actually get them going faster. I think the Homecoming event, and I don't know if you've seen like the paid package, but it's the old Soulforged armor that was given away in the Homecoming events in Legacy as well. It's all the exact same stuff. You do get like a Warrior's necklace at rank 8, but again, that gear's capped and you can't really take it. But I think you get to like 4 or 5k. I think it's 5k gear score, so it's not really much, and you can't progress with that armor anyway. And it's also paid for, which I think there needs to be some sort of catch. I don't know how you'd go about it, but some sort of catch-up mechanic for newer players, or some way to just make the game more fun for newer players. Because, like, for me, I think the old Arch Pass was probably more fun for new players. It gave them more of an incentive to work towards than the current one, in my opinion. And I think there's more ways they could use that to their advantage to keep them more engaged and playing the game. Because I think MMOs they live and die by the player count, and I think you need to keep bringing in more players than you're losing, essentially. It's like a Twitch streamer, okay? You've got to grow faster than streamers you're losing, than viewers you're losing, so I think that's how they need to approach it.
Unfortunately, I think we're too far into Archeage.
Yeah, we might be too far gone at this
tutorial,
point.
You know what I mean? Or any type of like system changes like that. Because I believe, and I'm not too sure, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Game Ego is pretty much in the same situation as Tryon is, where they have to kind of like phone up to XL whenever they want.
Yeah, it's all the publisher's decision.
Yeah, huge changes like that to be made. It's something I would want and hope for Archeage 2 in order to be successful, because right now, if you look at it, it's more on the shoulders of creators and people who are knowledgeable in the community to start building that database up for the new players. But for some reason, I don't know why. I think maybe because the people who poured their heart into like Archeage database, these gear builders sites and stuff like that, for the most part, they kind of like fizzled away and moved on to other games and they're developing stuff for other games, which is unfortunate. Because we can definitely use like a Mokaloo site, you know what I mean? But like for a step-by-step guide of what a new player should be focusing, because it's just so as much as
it's all out of date, unfortunately.
It's way out of date, yeah. And then on top of that, you have to be doing set amount of things at the beginning in order to save gold and set yourself up for growth, fast growth, right? Not slow growth. I'm half my guild I'm talking to like 2k 3k people who've been playing for 2 months and never left 2 to 3k gear score, and they can't figure out what they're doing wrong, and like they're just now getting to me, and I'm looking at them like they've been spinning their wheels this entire time, not really making any progression because they just don't know what to do. And that's unfortunate, because like I think a lot of people are stuck in that loop and probably end up leaving because they can't get anywhere, or they don't know what to do to get anywhere or make money on their own.
Yeah, I definitely get a lot of questions about stuff like that, and it surprises me as how many new players do come in and really don't know what they're doing when it comes to stuff like this. And I try my best to advise them, but again, it's tough, especially if you've never played an MMO like this before. It's very different to especially Western MMOs. So if you come from something like WoW, it's a bit of a weird one. But yeah, I think I'd love to see Gamigo and XL try to implement something to just keep newer players interested, but I don't know at this point. I feel like it's probably too late to ask for those changes, and again, the responsibility probably is on people like ourselves to guide people, whether that's through streams or videos, I suppose, or a website. Honestly, I've been thinking about talking with some people to try and get one going, because there's someone that's made a cargo ship one, because the old cargo ship tracker, I don't know if you've seen this, but you could actually track the cargo ship live and watch where it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
not working.
someone remade that one. Yeah, we actually I think someone on our server remade it, so there's a new website for it now.
Wow, let's go.
So there are people doing that website stuff, and I don't know, I'd like to try and help them build something, or if you guys want to get involved.
Well, it sucks because, like, okay, so I don't want to say like it's too late to start building a database for people, because the game has so much more to offer. If you look at the world map, there's just so much more there, that more land and stuff they need to open up. We only got one little area in Garden. We have all of Garden to open up. I'm hearing that our ancestral levels are going to jump from 55 max to 70, which is absolutely insane. So we have
that is crazy.
Lots and lots of gear progression, where 20k is going to look like the new 8k. And with that comes new content and harder bosses, right? So Archeage itself has a very long road ahead of it, depending on how the ship is run. And it would be cool, and this is like my whole shtick, like everything I've been doing is trying to build this community back up so that we can get people interested and who are technically knowledgeable. Because first thing that happens, you build up hype for the game. First one, right? You bring in people, and more people come. The other people who haven't played the game yet goes, wow, there's a ton of people here. This must have a community. What's going on with this game, right? Then after that, you're going to get people super excited about the game that are going, hey, listen, I know how to run a database. Let me just start a website up, and we can just start putting down information in the game. And it happens like that with every single game that's going on. Like take, and this is going to be like the one time I reference another game, but take Valheim, for instance, right? Valheim is a new Minecraft. Okay. So like the hype is real with this game. Everyone's just like freaking the hell out about Valheim, right? Now you're seeing people make custom code for the game, because these people have degrees or probably work in the field for coding, and they're building out database, they're building out websites for this thing. And I feel like we kind of missed a boat with that with Archeage, because the hype was there, which is why you see Archeage database. It was even in Russian, but when it was over in Russia, it was a lot of hype, and you started seeing websites and stuff being built. Like the hype was there at the very beginning of the Archeage, but it just fizzled out over time because of this, that, and the third. But yeah, I'd be happy to join a website team.
Yeah, I think it's something that needs to be done. Like, again, it might be too late, but if we say that and don't start any, then nothing's going to happen, right? So I feel like something needs to be done, and I don't know, that's all we can do, I guess.
We definitely need to put a pin on this.
We can always, start getting the information and stuff gathered, start putting it down. Even with all the late people, you're kind of at a rough transition. But definitely help these people. Absolutely.
Because when we start doing that and we start building a database and making it easier for people to get onboarded, you're going to see a lot more people get interested. They're going to buy the game super cheap, by the way. Was it $5 for the freaking base game?
Now the full game plus the expansion is like less than $10.
$10 to get into this game. More than valuable, in my opinion, considering how much fun I have in this game.
It's like get it while you can, while they're still doing the surprise sale.
But then
they're doing the sale because of the mergers, so they're trying to hype it up to where they get people in.
I gotta actually do a better job at advertising that, because I don't think a lot of people know about it either. But you want to get people in, then you don't want them to just run in circles, right? Because then they're gonna get bored and they're gonna leave. There's another game. You want to get them the knowledge that they need to be financially stable in the game on their own, and they don't have to reach out for help. Yeah, join a guild. Guilds will help as well. But I've been teaching my people how to do dungeon runs, what you need to break down and sell on the market to get yourself some gold inflow, things that you can do, pack runs you can do in order to get yourself some gold influx, so you're not really spending that much time spinning your wheels, and you're putting all that towards gear progression. The one thing I love so much from playing the old Legacy to coming back to this new system is that every day I log in, I have gear progression sitting in front of me. I can do something every single day to push that gear. It's just because I've been taught how to, and I just want to get to the point where we can offload that information to new players so that they can come in and start building their gear and get to 10K within a month and feel like, you know, this is the place to be.
Really reaching 5K in gear.
What happened?
I'm barely reaching 5K in gear.
Oh yeah, I've been breaking a lot of people out from that rotation. Normally you find the people that love to that don't like PvP very much, they kind of shy away from PvP. They tend to do like farm stuff, and then that's why they have low gear score, because they're just not really putting anything into their gear because they don't really want to go out. I've been trying my best, especially after merger, to convert people like that into somewhat just showing up and working on your gear a little bit, so that you can participate, because the more bodies...
Well, I guess Odyssey would be a great way to go, because a lot of people AFK in there.
Yeah, it's like, in order for a faction to succeed, we need a little bit of both, right? We need a little bit of Care Bear, we need a little bit of PvPers, right?
I think for the game to succeed, that's what you need in general.
Yeah.
You need a healthy mix of both. Like, you always run into the situation where like everybody's like, nah, you don't need Care Bears at all. That's not true.
Yeah, you get the hardcore PvPers that are like, this is a PvP game, okay? No Care Bears. And then if you don't have the Care Bears, who's gonna farm all the stuff? You need both, and the game appeals to everyone in that sense, which is really cool. And I feel like in Archeage 2 I could lean into that even more eventually, but we'll see what happens with that, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see if Archeage 2 is going to adopt the same model, because people don't realize that like the potions and stuff that appear on the AH, they don't just make themselves there like out of nowhere.
What? They don't?
So
What? Really?
Yeah, my potion level is going through the roof along with my mining. But
yeah.
I also run trade packs and cargo packs so I can make all the potions.
Yeah, so like people like you are very valuable, right? Because you guys are pushing the market along, and you're giving people a reason to spend their money in gold, which is really important, which causes the balance. It gets the gold flowing, which is always important for economy reasons. But on the PvP side, like I feel like there definitely needs to be discussion on like the people who don't want, like they kind of turtle into the nation. You have to go out and help defend your castles, because it's a whole circle of life, right? If we don't have castles, we don't have gold influx into the nation. When there's no gold coming in, it's kind of hard for people to get themselves geared up that do want to do PvP. On top of that, when you don't have any castles, when you let the west, or if you let the east win, if you let anyone go into free farm, they're going to stop content, and that's going to stop people's access from end game gear, mid game gear, gold, castle coins, territory coins that you need for your T6 gems. It's really bad. So that's where the animosity comes from, I guess, from PvPers looking at people who don't PvP, because I've had conversations multiple times with people that are just like, you don't help us do this, and because you don't help us do this, but you want to benefit from everything we do, we are the ones that keep the castle, blah blah blah. And this is a time like this, I'm pretty sure everyone can relate to this conversation, because it probably hits everyone on every single server. But there's definitely a balance of both. You need both. PvPers need to understand how to Care Bear, you know what I mean, from time to time, and help with putting mats on the AH. And Care Bears need to understand how to PvP and how to gear up, so that they can be that extra body to help stop the West from coming in or stop the East from coming in and doing complete free farm. Because once you get to free farm, that's how the server dies. And I don't think anyone has understand. They don't think they understand the whole rotation of what makes a server die. Because when you have free farming, that's when whoever is not free farming goes, I don't want to be on the server anymore. This sucks. Every time I go anywhere, I die.
This isn't fun.
Yeah, this is not fun.
No longer fun.
So they'll either rage quit the game, right? That's bad. That's very bad, right? Or they'll move over to another server if they know if they can have transfers.
Which is bad for the server health. So
all bad. It's all bad.
Yeah, it's all bad in the end.
It's all bad.
But I don't know how you guys handle sieges on your servers, but we have like an application list that you have to go through and stuff. I assume you guys do something similar, right?
Not on mine. No.
Oh yeah, we have to like apply and put our gear score and stuff to get in. So we have like a pretty serious list.
Wow,
I'll
someone's
guarantee
organized.
What's about to happen if we keep the same setup going for the other two servers.
With us, it's more
yeah,
like
I mean our heroes are pretty good.
we
for
look
that
at
stuff.
who participates and we look at who doesn't participate, and then they get invited accordingly. And it's definitely gear scores and is put into consideration as well.
But I'm sure
Right.
also with the mergers, the spectrum of it all is going to change anyways. A lot of people from some of these servers that's used to going to Siege, they may unfortunately not be there at every Siege now due to all the increase of people that we're getting into One Nation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's.
I don't know, I feel like
interesting.
heroes could be better at like organizing that stuff for PvPers, and because then you can just advertise that in the nation, be like, hey, apply for the list, and they do this application like a week before the siege, so you actually get people signing up for the day, and you kind of have a good head count. So I don't know, I feel like there's things the PvPers and heroes can do, so they don't have that animosity, I guess.
Lately,
Yeah,
I've just
I
been
was under that impression.
dragged along into everything.
I mean, hey, as long as you're getting dragged along, it's fun, good stuff.
So, what do you guys think about the patches that happened this this month? This month in Archeage.
Currently going up to merger.
Do they still have people trapped on servers from the whole transfer debacle?
I think we still have pirates on our server trapped. There's like a couple that don't have anywhere to go at the moment, so I think they're just waiting for mergers at this point.
What's nice though, during mergers, pirates and those who are exiled actually keep their exile ship and their pirate seat.
Yeah, there was a big concern that people who had like exiled to East would be sent back to West and stuff, because there was I don't know if you guys read through the post, but there was like I don't know why they worded it like this, but it sounded like if you exiled, you'd be sent back to your original faction. Everyone was in an uproar about that until they gave us an update later that
How
night.
it was worded too. Oh, and absolutely not. Cosmos says, no, we rolled out.
Yeah,
They rolled out.
it was pretty quick. But I remember it being like right after I was talking about it on stream. I was like, this seems
It
I
was
don't
a
know how
little
this is
bit
gonna go
like
down.
we had only one person in our entire guild at the time, and we were already saying goodbye to him. We were all really upset.
Jeez.
But then we actually saw the update, and like it was a huge sigh of relief.
Yeah, that would have been a big mistake, but I'm glad that that wasn't the case in the end. But yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting.
Dude, a lot of our big
really want to say.
on Galen went to Runert.
Wait, who went to Runert?
A lot of big PvPers on Kalen went to Runert.
Runert. Wow. And then Runert's gonna get merged into Tyrannos.
Yeah, so East lost a lot of good PvPers, top players for it.
Damn. So that means that it's Akhmet's gonna be our server. Well, what's the other server name?
Among Us.
Among Us?
No, Among Us.
Oh, Marmus. Gotcha.
Marmus, the Reaper.
Marmus the Reaper. Okay, got you.
Well,
I have a point that somebody made a little while ago, but let's go ahead and bring this up. Does anybody feel a little bit sad that they went from naming the servers after gods to now we're just like mid-level dungeon bosses?
Dungeon boss.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
have to
very
cut that out.
man.
We've got Okape, which everyone's calling OK Ape now, which is pretty funny.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Oh, that's hilarious. Acme and Marmus for NA, Okape and Hieronymus. I can't.
Hieronymus. I don't know how to say it either.
Geronimo. Got you. Copy.
Geronimo.
Geronimo for EU. Got you. Thank you, Cosmo, by the way, for the info. The current servers at the moment are after Wise Mages of the Aeonad library, with some exceptions. I have a question though. Hieronymus. Got you.
I butcher all the names in Archeage. It's just I butcher everyone's name at this point.
I'm with you on that one there.
So, I'm not even gonna ask that question. That's not a good question to ask. Never mind. I'm backing up. Outside of updates and whatnot, how do you guys, if you were to suggest a version of the game to play, right? And then what you would do to get started in that server, what would be the three? I would say, what's the 5 most important things that you would probably need to tell someone that they need to be focusing on as a brand new player in the server in order to get their feet up underneath them and going?
I mean,
Skill.
Ancestral level 13 is the first thing I would tell anybody who is actually fresh to the game. You need to get your level up so that you can get those ancestral skills unlocked.
No, I mean like your classes. If you know your classes, you can pick the classes that you want to become to get your ultimate class to unlock the ancestral. Eventually, you have to level them all up anyways.
Yeah, I'd say if you're brand new to Archeage, Unchained is the one to jump on, and going in, do a little bit of research on what you're gonna play. You need to know what kind of class you want to be, because if you want to progress fast, you can go in and be like, okay, I want to be a melee, I want to be a mage, and then you can look at the armor that you're gonna pick up at the start, because again, you carry that through to endgame. So that's an important thing to look out for and plan around. I'd also say just try to get to know the people on the server, try and get to know the guilds, try and find a good friendly guild that can bring you in and teach you some of the basics of the game as well. I've been like trying to work out a system for this in my head for newer players when you first come in, but yeah, you've got to know to do like your Howling Abyss runs. The second you get your Haram gear, you can do Howling Abyss runs, unless you're melee maybe. I think every other class can do it. Melee might struggle a little bit.
Yeah,
but
melee struggles a tiny bit.
The first boss in Howling Abyss you can do the second you get Haram gear, so make sure you do that. And then, other than that, I guess you could know about getting gems in your like Explorer's gear, and then taking it up because it's cheaper. That's something else to know. I realize I probably went over 5 at this point. I can't like condense it down, but there's a lot to know going in. I guess just plan, research, know what you want to play. What you want to do.
I've seen a whole guild come in and literally regrade all of their gear without gemming it all the way up to Mythic. I saw it happen, and then I was just like, no.
I mean, during the Symphosis event, it's not a bad idea to get it all up right now, especially if it's library gear.
True. That's true.
I learned not to gem my gear until I got it at least up to Haram. Once I did that, I started gemming it.
The ache isn't as bad if you end up going to tier 3 gem route. Not as expensive, it still hurts, but not as bad as doing honor gems and socketing as the gear is already mythic.
Mm-hmm. And also to touch on that point about doing the abyssal as soon as you can, the Abyssal normal run, you kill the first boss, which is what Snake. Collect whatever's in the box because sometimes they drop trinkets, and then collect the chest, and then just reset and do that 5 times. The reason why you do that is because those starlight crystals they go for a lot because those starlight crystals
Big
are
money.
used in here in the Hiram ring or whatever it's called.
The
It's the Haram's chosen ring.
Hiram's
You also
chosen
got
yeah.
you've got like 400 something that you need for an Aranor ring, which people are making Aranor accessories, so that's really nice.
Yeah, so Sunlight and Moonlight have went up a little bit. I think they've started to balance out now, but yeah, they'll worth a bit more now as well. So it's good to keep an eye out for those.
They're used for all the gear too, like
Yeah.
because you need the vivid orbs just to upgrade your Aranor.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So like
About
it's,
your housey necklace, you'll definitely need
oh
to
god,
start letting
yeah,
you do
there
that
you
too.
go.
And those
Yeah,
are
because
all
How much
at
for
AK you
one
can get your
map?
Soul Liberator, I guess. If you want to go that route.
Soul Liberator.
It's the necklace you get in Hereafter Rebellion.
Hereafter Rebellion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Archers,
a
I will tell you
second.
this right now. If you love Ebon Song and you guys are going Ebon Song, Hereafter Rebellion isn't a choice. You need that
It's a
necklace.
requirement.
It's a requirement. If you're a healer, you can do the other necklace route, which was the Archeum Evanescence or whatever it's called. Archeum whatever.
Yeah, and yeah.
Archeum Evernight or whatever
Evernight.
it is.
Yeah, that one's for healers.
Yeah,
But
healers, melee, those can both do it. Tanks are definitely gonna want to do that.
mhm.
Most healers, I do recommend
Mages
that.
are- Yeah, mages are, it depends on whether or not you want to actually be more frontline or if you're going to be a backline DPS.
For sure.
I made an Evan song class.
Yeah, I'm an Ebon Song. I've been loving it. As a matter of fact, it's what kept me playing the game. Because my Dark Runner build was really horrible. Like I hated melee so much, and I didn't even realize
Oh.
it.
I'm a filthy dark runner. Have been since Legacy.
No,
It's not changed.
I've got a death wish that's going to be a PvP. So
I started out as a dark runner and rerolled the healer.
Like a boss.
That's fair enough.
I'd like to make
it
it
fun in Archeage.
I started this character as actually a Death Wish, and it's now an Archer.
All right. Would anyone in our last 10 minutes like to add anything? I can't believe we made it an hour, guys. Like, what the hell? This is awesome. You guys are awesome.
I mean, you were pretty accurate. We did talk about mergers for, 35
I told
minutes,
you.
right?
I told you.
Well,
a
that's
big
because the
topic.
mergers are the big thing, and everybody who wants to join Archeage is all like, "What do you think of the game?" And then you go, "The mergers are happening. I would recommend not starting it until after they come back up."
Yeah.
I've been bringing them in. Like, they might as well just get hit in the face now. Like, pull the Band-Aid off right now.
Mm.
Right.
Oh, I've
Yeah,
just been
it's like-
saying, you want to get into it now, but I'll warn you now, mergers are happening, and the service will be down.
But yeah, it's like when they first mentioned the mergers and everything, people still coming in. That was still a good point too, because you can still, with the servers that are a little bit less active, you can still do what you got to do, kind of make some money, get the infusions what you need, kind of get your gear up a little bit to get ready. But you're still going to be in for a shell shocker once we all get together.
Oh, agreed. I'm in
I'm
for a long week of
14.7k and I'm still going to be in a shell shocker.
I'm only just now hitting 13k. I'm gonna get rolled over, but it's gonna be fun.
Oh yeah, I can't wait. I'm nervous, but I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited at the idea that I'm going to be getting matched with more people that can hang out, essentially. And then I'd love to just potato about and build like an RP town if I could. That's like one of my goals. But it's going to be hard to get the land for it when that happens. But I'm going to try.
I know my guild's talking about getting land for the entire guild community.
That'd be super cool if you could pull it off. But
I'm gonna be playing
it's really
yeah.
tons of Valheim when this server goes down, because Valheim is my new vice. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Yeah, I totally bought that game.
you've
It's a lot
brought
of
up
fun.
Valheim a lot. I can tell you're into it.
I don't know if it's actually something I want to get. I'm sad to say.
Get the game, bro. Get it. I got a private server. Get it.
Okay.
But I guess we should do the whole wind down of the show, huh? So
Wind down. Why would wind down? I mean, a
show
lot of
ends at
people are.
show ends at 7. We have to be punctual. It is an hour show because people have lives.
7. Wait. Oh yeah, that's right. You're farther ahead in time than I am.
So hopefully you guys got a lot of information out of the show today. Cosmo, thank you for dropping through. I appreciate it. Like, big hearts go out. I appreciate you always being around and supporting the community as a whole. I'm gonna go around and let everybody say their piece, and then we're gonna end the show for the day. Does anyone have anything to add at the end of the show?
Anyone's got a piece to say? I'll be honest, you said to say your piece, and I was like,
I mean,
what piece am I saying?
You guys can call out your stream and whatnot, and talk about your streams for a quick bit.
All right. Well,
introduce yourselves.
I'm Zamraz. Some of you might know me from, mod stream or Twitch. Well, just in YouTube. I do a lot of YouTube Archeage stuff, and hopefully want to do more guide stuff. So for newer players, that's my goal, personally. But yeah, if you want to check me out, I'm Noyan over on Halnak. So I'll be on the Hieronymus Medge, or Hieronymus. I'm gonna just keep butchering that name. But yeah, I'll be over there, Noyan, just potato on a butt, because I'm a massive slacker. That's me. But yeah.
I'm Kelvin Kano. I play, of course, right now for Runert server, and as we get ready to merge. Still kind of newer, trying up and coming. I only get to stream 1 day a week, but come check me out.
Well, I'm Merylvin. That is the correct pronunciation of the name for anybody who ever asks. I stream every day but Tuesday. Tuesday I take off to spend time with the family, but I've been streaming Archeage a lot. Normally, I am a variety streamer and stream a bunch of different games. So, more than welcome to come check me out. I don't stream until 8, 9 o'clock my time. Right
Can
now,
we help?
Is that everybody? Did we get Moon? Moon, are you there?
Moon?
No, you didn't mention. I'm Moonfox. I've been almost exclusively streaming Archeage, but though I actually prefer to play other games as well and variety stream. I've been on less frequently recently because of health stuff, but I should kind of settling back into a normal routine soon. I'm on Runert server with Kelwin as well, which is about to become Marmus, I think it was.
Marmus the Reaper. That's just all I think whenever I have the name, because I've done Hadir Farm too many times. It's banned in my brain.
All right. And last but not least, I am Mod Monkey. I stream Archeage like it's going out of style. I'm trying so hard not to stream other games right now because I'm kind of addicted to other things. And you guys can catch me usually same time, same bad hour, 6 o'clock, whenever you guys get a chance. But yeah, thank you all for showing up and being here for the first show. Definitely want to powwow with you guys after the show to get your thoughts and opinions. And guys of community, I love you guys. Thank you guys for coming through. Thank you guys for supporting every last one of us here and lifting up this community. You guys are freaking amazing. And I can't wait to see you guys in the next stream. All right.
Yeah, thanks everyone for joining us.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks for everyone stopping in.
The next show should be at the last Sunday of every month. And then if this gets way too popular, I guess we can talk about more frequent shows, but right now it's the last Sunday of every month. You guys can catch us. But yeah, thank you guys again for showing up, and we'll see you in the next one.
Fun.
Peace.
Peace.
bye. Bye.
We need to work on doing an outro in sync all at once. It's all good. But yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, other than me being in all different